how good is the Panatta Super High Row? So I'm going to give you my first impressions of this Panatta Super High Row. There's all sorts of videos of people using this machine online. This is Ryan Humiston checking it out and saying from his perspective this is the best Panatta piece. I'm not sure that's necessarily the case. It's probably certainly the most popular Panatta piece though. And you know, a lot of influencers or whatever have this in their gym. So you can see even Arnold here is using it. So definitely one of the more popular pieces and one of the more noted pieces from the industry. The Panatta original High Row, this is actually right here that I've modified. I think I showed it on here. I'll give you a cameo another time. But this is the updated Panatta Super High Row. Now, this is not the Panatta. This is a remake. There's a couple differences I'll show you. And I'll give you the advantages. You guys know it's just like Panatta pieces are ridiculously expensive for no reason whatsoever. They're good pieces, but nowhere near what they try to charge. And whatever. I could care less what they think about it. I'm not sponsored by anybody. So most of you guys know the main difference between the original version over here and the updated Super High Row. The chest pad adjusts in and out and the seat adjusts up and down. Now, these handles adjust as well. So the one from Panatta only has 3 hand positions. It goes from slight semi-pronated, neutral to semi-supinated. This one has 5 different handle positions. Now you'll notice it does not have a semi-pronated. It just has a neutral and multiple different angles of semi-supinated. The other potential benefit of this versus the original is you can adjust the height of the movement arm through this coupling arm. The linkage can be adjusted. I have it by default at its highest position, so it's furthest away from me, so it gives me maximum excursion. So the other difference with this versus the Panatta version, there's actually an engineer worked on this. Looks like they kind of knew what they're doing. See this little counterweight? This is not on the Panatta Super High Row. The benefit of the counterweight is that it's going to balance the weight of the movement arm, and it's going to, particularly from concentric to eccentric, I'm not going to get this like huge drop off. It's going to balance it more because the torque moment arm here will balance the torque moment arm there through the main pivot. This is my second time using it. I'll just run you through it and give you my opinion. So I couldn't resist buying this at a relatively discounted rate, and because I knew I could make this pretty amazing. So most people I see use this machine do not use it optimally, even professional bodybuilders, even Arnold and Ryan there. I don't think they showed you the best way to use this machine. So the adjustability handles is nice. The handle angle is such that the ideal way to use the handle and the angle is this motion right here where my chest is back and it's more a mid-trap movement rather than a lat movement. So I'm showing you right now, the best way to hit the lats is to jack the seat all the way up and have the chest pad further in, and to grab the handle more proximal, closer to the movement arm. Grabbing the handle here doesn't line you up as well. Again, the main thing you're trying to do is as I'm flexing my shoulder and adducting my humerus, where is my hand ending? Is it in between my shoulders and waist? Is it at my waist? The closer it is towards your waist, the more you're going to be able to actually recruit lats. So you can see right here with the handle, with the seat all the way back, the chest pad all the way back, I'm able to get, if I grab it closer to the attachment point, I can get a pretty decent humeral flexion and adduction. So in this position here, this is more an upper back movement. This is more a rhomboid teres middle trap movement. Now watch as I pull the chest pad out. This is more lats, because notice how much more flexion to extension of the shoulder I can get. I do like the different variant semi-supinated grips on this. Like I said, the biggest issue is it just diverges too much. So in order to optimally position yourself, you really have to kind of position yourself slightly to the side. It's the same is true of the original. Like I said, this is an identical machine in a lot of ways other than the handle positions. Again, the adjustability of it is nice, but I knew just looking at this and using it, like how to modify this to make this just completely another level, to make it not just a high row, but a pull down and everything in between. I do love grabbing both arms at a time in semi-supinated. If you keep the weight light, it's actually a great stimulus. The challenge is with this machine, as with most Panatta machines, just with a backward strength curve, once you get to 6 to 8 rep max, very, very difficult to actually optimally stimulate your back without, overloading your biceps and using momentum. So it's just playing around with the seat height and position. But honestly, if you really want to get your lats, you really need the seat almost all the way up, depending on how long your arms are. I do like this versus the original, because the original, with the seat all the way down, I barely get enough stretch. With the original, if you have really long arms or you're super tall, you have to put a pad in there to get enough stretch. But that is nice. You can see it's just a little bit too much divergence. It's just in between. Optimally lats, you want that humeral flexion to extension right next to the body. You can see from this position, nice motion path just diverges too much. And I'll show you when I'm done modifying this, it'll be very clear. The angle and position of the handles is optimal for upper back recruitment, not for lats. The position of your pinky in relation to your thumb is actually opposite. What you want to really optimize stretch and contraction of lats, but it's great for upper back. But you can see the idea is just you're trying to lean into it and get that humerus as close to the body as possible while you're extending your shoulder. So if they'd actually thought this out, they would have been able to combine this into a high roll and a pull down to make it like an ultimate lat machine. And you'll see when I'm done with it how it absolutely is going to serve both purposes with a little bit of ingenuity and not just be, one or the other, but, all of it. All right, this is absolutely the best way to use it. Use it this way, you'll never use it again. So I showed you with my Panatta Super rowing recently the same exact movement. So you have your body on the same side as the handle you're grabbing at, and your body's almost at 45 degrees. You're driving your contralateral pec into the pad. Look at how close the humerus is to my body. This is a true lat movement. It takes into account the excessive divergence. So you're doing a one-arm pull around. Once I fix the strength curve, this movement alone will just be absolutely phenomenal. But you can see, jack the seat up, pull the chest pad out, and you're going to kind of turn your body just slightly, a little bit, 30 to 45 degrees. You can see I'm driving my pec into the pad. I'm putting my contralateral knee against the knee pad. Look at how close the humerus comes to my body. Now this is a true pull around. Beautiful movement. Once you use it this way, you're not gonna use it the traditional way. People that make pull downs, high rows, they don't realize how important it is to have your humerus as close to your body as possible. So they're like 0 high rows or pull downs on the market from the manufacturer that are actually made with the correct amount of humeral flexion to extension and convergence profile, because they almost always diverge too much, and or the handles are too far from the body to optimize lat recruitment. Like I said, this handle position, this is an upper back movement. This is a middle trap movement. The way the handles are angled, they're designed to favor upper back, not lats. So, but this movement is just phenomenal. Now, the other way you can do it, I was just kind of playing around standing. So if you're like 5'9", you can probably just stand and do the same movement. So here, I'm kind of crouching a little bit, grabbing it, not using the chest pad, and just lining it up so the tension's on my lats the whole time, and adjusting my hips. So this actually feels better even still. You just kind of stand up a little bit. So the main benefit is the adjustability. It's much more adjustable than the original, which is fantastic. The downsides, too much divergence. This one and the original Super Hyro, which I've used, it just diverges a little bit too much. So you just have to be creative and use it the way I show you. You guys use it the way I show you. You'll like it even more. The other issue with almost all Panatta pieces, not all of them, but most of them, it's a backward strength curve, particularly for back. The movement, the updated one they have, you can actually adjust the coupling arm, so you can get a little bit more of a drop off, but it's still nowhere near the right drop off. The radius of excursion in the one that you can adjust the coupling arm is too short and brief. You want a longer radius of excursion and the ability to manipulate along points of that torque arm where the load should be. So you guys have to wait until I finish and modify this. I've already got in my head. Once I finish this may be my best high roll. I've got a lot of competition with some other high row / pull downs. But once I modify this is going to just be complete money. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned. Before long, I'll compare, you know, the Explode to the Prime to all the other high row / pull downs and compare them all. But let me know what you guys think of my initial review of this Panatta Remake high row.